billionaires. Now, billionaires own multiple businesses. Poor people own one source of business, right? Billionaires own multiple businesses. And this is one important part. They focus on one. Billionaires own multiple businesses, but they focus on one. Let me give you an example. How many of you know that Bill Gates owns not less than 100 businesses? If you know type 1, if you don't know type 2. Now, everybody knows Microsoft, right? And that's why I said they focus on one. Because the way billionaires do, one is like the major, breakthrough business that gave them the breakthrough. So they focus on that one until they have the biggest breakthrough. So they focus on that one business until they have the biggest breakthrough. And that major one that gave them breakthrough become the signature business that everybody knows them by. However, they are invested in multiple other businesses. For example, how many of you know Four Seasons? If you know Four Seasons type, I know Four Seasons. Okay, do you know that about 50% of the equity of Four Seasons is owned by Bill Gates? Okay, if you know type 1, if you don't know type 2, Four Seasons. And there are several businesses like that owned by Bill Gates. Okay, owned by him. But yeah, many of you just know, oh, Bill Gates, owner of Microsoft. So number one, habits of billionaires is they own multiple businesses. They do not put all their business in one basket. They own businesses in different aspects: aviation, real estate, e-commerce. Some of them started with tech, but they have vested interest in others. Look at Elon Musk, right? He started with even PayPal. Okay, Elon Musk, a lot of people don't know, was one of the co-founders of PayPal. I don't know if you know that Elon Musk was one of the co-founders of PayPal. If you know, type I know. If you don't know, type I don't know. Come on, guys. I want you to engage me tonight. We're teaching on habits of billionaires. I'd like you to share this video 10 times on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn, across all social media platforms. Hit the share button. Share. Listen, we must get everybody in here. We're changing lives. We're sharing information that is changing people's life. If you want anybody to become rich, don't give them handout. Open their minds. Show them. Teach them how to fish, not giving them fish. If you want to change anybody's life, teach them. Many people, imagine if people were giving me money. I'm not going to be here. Imagine if people were giving me money. I am not going to be here. There will be, you won't know this Stephen Akinta if money was what people were giving me. But I was privileged to have, read books, to have paid for seminars, to have paid for coaching. And thank God these people, I got access to these things. Because money, I use the money and it's over. That's why I love time when people tell me, Dr. Stephen, do giveaway on social media. I said, that's rubbish. I give you giveaway, you finish it. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, not that he owns, he was one of the co-founders of PayPal. So Elon Musk and his partner sold PayPal for $2 billion. And that's how he was able to raise his major capital that he then used to start Tesla. Okay, and then we have SpaceX. And of course, Elon Musk has also is investing into Bitcoin now. Okay, so billionaires do not own one business. However, they focus on one business. This is where poor people make mistakes. Because they get to know that billionaires, rich people own multiple businesses, they make a mistake of chasing. Remember, owning and running is different. They own multiple businesses, but they run one. Okay? They own multiple businesses. For example, look at Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos is back as #1 richest man in the world. He says he's resigned Amazon. Okay, and when they asked him what's he going to do, he said he wants to chase and focus on all the other smaller businesses that he owns, right? So he had to leave Amazon to focus on others. But poor people, they are into pure water business. They are running at the same time. At the same time, they are running car business. At the same time, they are running the chat card business. Only one man, and they don't have enough staff. It's just them, me alone. And you are going up and down. Average poor man that is claiming to be business owner, has blood pressure, as he's always with his phone. Hello, 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 hello. He's almost dead. Hello, 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 hello. He doesn't trust anybody. He doesn't, I remember one of my friends was chatting me up today, right? And I've known him for years. He happened to be, if I worked with us partially, but we were good friends. And so there was something in one of our properties that he's the contractor on, and he needed, and I was giving him, I said, I've told you, when it comes to money, don't come to me. You go and talk to GTEX people. There are accountants, there are operation managers that run those aspects. My own is that if I have a vision, okay, on a project, I want to build 2-story building, just go and build it. The money part, go and talk to the people in the office. And I remember he had to say, money part is important that you know about money part. I'm your friend, do I have to tell you? I said, no. I have consulting firms who audit our accounts, who oversee what accountants do. And I told him, I said, if I focus my mind on how much money is coming to my company, I will run dead. I will drop dead. Okay, I can't. I have put structure in place and it's running. That's how billionaires think. That's how they do. But a poor man is not doing that. He's the one, he must see everything, he must oversee everything. So he's chasing so many shadows. That's why at the end of the day, none of his business work. Look at even the same thing we do, even the employment. A poor man has a job, full-time job, being paid reasonably. Of course, nobody can ever pay you enough, okay? But a poor man is being paid reasonably, yet he goes and start all these other separate businesses. Now, he's not focusing on where they pay him salary every month. He end up losing that job. At the end of the day, even the one that is his own business is still not able to run it very well. And these are mistakes that people make, and I'm helping you to correct it. Are you getting value today? If you're getting value, type, I'm getting value, I'm getting value. Come on, guys. Talk to me if you're getting value. Remember to share this video 10 times on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn, across all social media platforms. Get everybody in here. Tell them Dr. Steven is teaching. So number one habit, business habit of billionaires that poor people don't use. They own multiple businesses, but they only focus on one. They only run one. They're only in charge of one, but they own multiple. Look at Dangote, for example. Dangote own many businesses, many. But people do not realize that Dangote is not in charge of many of those businesses. Okay, there's MD, CEO in charge of Dangote Cement, Dangote Flour, Dangote this, right? The only one now that is focused on is the refinery. And that's the one that I'm not sure there's any MD yet. Is the one focusing personally on that because there's construction going on, there's a lot going on. So it's powerful that you understand habits of billionaires. Okay? They own multiple businesses, but they do not run multiple businesses. They get people who are skillful, who handle it. Okay? And that's why they're able to keep, their level. But most poor people only have one source of income. And then, even when they now choose to have multiple, they are trying to run all. Don't run all. So one of the things I tell people, if you're an employee right now, you're watching me. If you have a good job, focus on your job. Make sure that you save enough from what you are being paid and find a way to set up a business that does not require that you run it. That's the way to keep your current job, okay? And if you can't find such business, find investment opportunities, okay, that can, that is trusted, that can allow your money to work for you. Okay, but don't chase multiple things and end up losing everything. So, number 2 habits of billionaires when it comes to business, when it comes to how they own business. Okay, number 2, if you're ready, type I'm ready, I'm ready. Number 2, all businesses can run without them. They use OPT. I want everybody to type OPT. All billionaires have a structure where all their businesses can run without them. And they use a principle called OPT. I want everybody to type it, OPT. What does OPT mean? OPT means other people's time. So billionaires have used the powerful principle of other people's time to continue to build massive wealth. Okay, OPT. They use other people's time. Now, poor people, on the other hand, must be the one to do all the businesses. Poor people, on the other hand, have not found a way to automate. So rich people have found a way to have their business run without them. I've not been in Nigeria for the last 3 months. Can you type 3 months? For the last 3 months. And if a company continue to open new estates, right? This month, 3 new estates launch without my presence in Nigeria. 3 new estates. Do you know what I mean? And the smallest of them is 50 acres. 50 acres, right? Estate being launched. You know, and we continue like that. I'm busy expanding our business here in Dubai. So for 3 months, I'm not in Nigeria and it's running. Because that's the habit of billionaires. They put system, they automate, they put structure in such a way that OPT means other people's time. Order, not order, but OTHER. Other people's time, right? They use other people's time to automate, structure their business, and such that whether they're there or they're not there, the business keep running. So number 2 habits of billionaires, okay, is that they create businesses that run with or without them. They create businesses that can run even if they are not there. They create businesses that can... Now, by the way, billionaires are not lazy when it comes to their job. Just that they understand that the concept of being a business owner means that your business can run without you. Now, this is where poor people also miss it. Poor people do what we call self-employment. Can everybody type self-employment? By the way, there's nothing wrong with self-employment. But they do self-employment and they call it owning a business. There's a difference between self-employment and owning a business, right? There's a difference, right? In the case of a self-employment, without you, the business can't run. Okay? But in the case of owning a business, the business is supposed to be so structured that the business can run without your involvement. The business can run even when you're not there. And this is why you see a lot of poor people get pissed off. I don't like my boss. He's giving me too much job. I want to start my own business. Guess what happened? They then go start their own business only to end up getting a job. Now, this time around, when they were working, they were probably doing 5 days a week. Now that they own their business, they're having to do 7 days a week. And they are going through a whole lot of stress. They are getting sicker and their health is failing them because, hey, they thought it was going to be easy running a business. And what did even... And guess what? Many people quit their job. They failed their boss. The business owner is just using them and is getting richer. And that they too want to go and run their own. I guess what happened at the end of the day? They realized it ain't easy running a business. And this is one of the things I tell people. I say, look, even if you want to go and own your business, you better be the best friend of your boss today. Because if you want to know how he got here, you want to know how he thinks, you want to know the principles. Because this is some of the biggest mistakes a lot of people have made. Right? You hate your boss, you think your boss is using you, only for you to go and start your own business and you're a slave in your own business. And guess what even happened? You then get so pissed off because even the people you employ, they're not even working as hard as you were working for your former employer. You even feel that, you know, and you are so pissed off because you even feel that those you employed are not committed, and you begin to tell yourself, but even my boss that I left, I did better than you people are doing, stupid people. You are not working well, and you want to collect salary every month. You know, come on guys, if you are getting value, type I'm getting value, I'm getting value, okay? Come on guys, talk to me. Type I'm getting value if you're getting value. So, billionaires have found a way, and this is some of the things you have to learn. That's why everybody, if you really want to be a billionaire, you have to get a billionaire mentor. You have to find a way. Because these people have put in place things that you have not put in place. I will never forget. 2016 was when I started listening to billionaires officially on how to become a billionaire. Oh, I was shocked. that it's easier to become a billionaire than to become a millionaire. And please note, whenever we say billionaire or millionaire, we're saying I'm not saying somebody dash you $1 million. If somebody gave you $1 million, you're not yet a millionaire. If you retire and then the money given to you is $1 million, you're not a millionaire. What we're saying by a millionaire, you understand how to run a business from scratch and consistently generate income. That's what we're saying, to the tune of $1 billion or to the tune of $1 million. Okay, that's what it means to be a billionaire or a millionaire. You've mastered the art of turning, X amount of money to X amount of money. That's what it means to be that. Okay, because people often get this thing wrong. So for me, when I started listening to billionaires, I realized that it's even harder to be a millionaire and easier to be a billionaire, because all that you need to be a billionaire are actually set of principles. And just the key thing is to at least have a mentor at that level who can then help you to scale. I remember one of my mentees, okay, some years ago. He met me, he learned how to do e-commerce business. Okay, he learned how to do e-commerce business. And true story, and this young man, in 6 months, did over 100 million. In 6 months. In 6 months. Right now, as I speak to you, the business is gone. Okay, literally next to gone. And I remember telling him, when I said you need to put structure, I remember telling him you need to be firm. You need to build a business. What you just have now is a product. Yes, you've learned from me how to do e-commerce. You've mastered the art of selecting the right product. You've mastered the art of selling the right product from me. But you now need to learn how to build a business. There's a difference between having a product and having a business. So, number 2 principles of billionaires is that they found a way to run their business without them. So what this my mentee missed was putting a structure that can make that e-commerce business run without him. Putting templates, principles, policies. All he thought is that all he needs to do is he has the right product, he knows how to do marketing, he opens an office and employ fine girls. They ran the whole thing down. In fact, one of them was stealing from him. Okay, one of the other ones were lazing around, and the business is not doing well today. So you need to understand there's a difference between product and business. Come on, everybody type it. There's a difference between business and product. Come on, everybody type it. There's a difference between product and business. Many of you just have a good product. You don't have a business yet. And let me say this, and you need to also note about this. Investors do not invest in product, they invest in business. Let me say that again. Investors do not invest in product, they invest in business. Everybody write it down. Investors do not invest in products, they invest in business. So I've seen several of you send me messages, you want me to invest in your business. I laugh because many of you do not have a business, you only have a product. And how do I know you have a business? Can you leave your business for 6 months and nothing will go down? Because this is my mentee. What happened to him? He got married, moved to Abuja, and that was it. That was the problem. And his business was in Lagos. So now you know he didn't have a business. He only had a product. Because as soon as he moved to Abuja, because he was married, he needed to take care of his wife and all of that, the rest is history. So many of us need to know that. There's a difference. And people do not invest in a product. They invest in a business. How do I know you have a business? Leave it for 6 months and let it keep running. Leave it for 1 year, let it keep running. Now we know you have a business. How automated? How have you put structure? How have you empowered the people around the business? That's the secret. Are you ready for number 3, guys? If you're ready for number 3, type I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Come on. A lot of the African bloggers just talk rubbish, right? Gossip about people, practice crap mentality, bring other people down, discuss things that is none of your business. And you too, you like to listen. Each time they are bringing other people down, that's what you want to hear. Or the time they say witches in your village is hurting you. Sometimes it's not a witch. I just told you of a mentee who grew a business to hundreds of millions. And the business is down. I can tell you there's no witch hurting him. He just haven't put structure. No structure. That's all. There's no witch in his village that's hurting him. Everything about African is about we need to pray. There's a demon. All the enemy. Die, 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 die. The day we want to teach you how to learn business principles, how to build transgenerational wealth, you won't come here and you will not share. If I was gossiping about your president now, you all share. If I was insulting your senators who have refused to change, you will all share. If I was gossiping about your pastor, you will come and watch. That's why African businesses don't grow. We don't. Listen, somebody insulted us and said, if you want to hide a thing from a black man, put it in a book. Wake up. Let's start sharing the right information. Let's start pushing out the right information. When you see an African man, give out the right information, share it. Tell other colleagues, when they come and tell you, listen, learn, or me, my friend, learn. Else I will leave you behind. We need this kind of information. That's what, because all we've done, many of us, is to fight each other like slaves, break apart, bring each other down, bring everybody's race down. No, we must learn to teach ourselves how to fish and stop asking for fish. Look at all our billionaires in Africa. All they do is they give us fish and we hail them. But what we need is what I'm doing now. We need our billionaires to come and start teaching people. Even if they will charge for it. If Dangote will charge me, okay, 100 million naira to mentor me, I will pay. I won't take twice. I will pay. But I can assure you I'll be much better than where I am right now. Much, much better. And that's what we need in Africa. We need our successful entrepreneurs to come and start teaching, because many of us go into business, we don't have the right information. We end up messing the business around. We think it's a witch, we think it's a wizard, and it's just pure business principles that other Western business entrepreneurs know. Number 3, billionaires scale their businesses with OPM. After gaining social capital. I want everybody to help me type it. Billionaires scale their businesses with OPM after gaining social capital. Let me say it again. Billionaires scale their business with OPM after gaining social capital. Everybody, I want to help me type it. Come on, guys. Engage me. I love when you engage me in this conversation. So what do you mean by that? Billionaires scale up their business. What's the meaning of OPM? OPM means other people's money. Okay? Other people's money. So billionaires scale up their business with other people's money after gaining social capital. Now, this is where many poor people miss it. Many poor people, okay, start raising money for their business even before starting the business. Even before. Edwin, you shared this video 18 times. The Lord will honor you. God will announce you this year. Thank you. I'm really grateful, and I think that's the right attitude, and God bless you. I'm grateful that you shared this video 18 times. You are helping me achieve my vision of empowering 10 million, raising 10 million millionaires, majorly from African descent. Okay, so number 3, billionaires scale their business with OPM after gaining social capital. Now, poor people, this is where many poor people miss it. They want to raise money for the business they have not started yet. And this is where they miss it. You see, billionaires don't do that. Billionaires don't do that. Now, what billionaires do, and this is very, very important. Yeah, Malcolm, you're very true. Dangote has not written a book. Otedola is just writing his first book. Right? And this is what I have that issue with African billionaires. That's one of the reasons why I started Investment Chat in a Rolls Royce. And I'm hoping many of them will start coming on my show. Okay? That's why I started Investment Chat. Many of the rich guys here in Dubai, they were willing to come on my show. To get an African billionaire to come on the show to share his business secrets is so difficult. And like I said, I don't mind the charge, because some of us, we pay. Some of you don't value when they say you come and pay for knowledge. Me, I value. I have paid many Westerners money to learn business. So why won't I pay Dangote? I've paid $27,000 to learn something a billionaire who has done over $4 billion in America taught me. I paid over $27,000, and it was online, to listen to a billionaire in America. So why won't I pay a billionaire in Africa? But our billionaires are not teaching this. And I can't blame them, because sometimes we're also not receptive to it. We're not, I mean, if you really want to hear, you just give me money, dash me, free, come and do freebies, come and do giveaway. That's the problem also. So it's a mutual problem we're having, where our billionaires are not willing, but our people too are not receptive. They're not hungry. When I started telling people I charge to coach people, they were very angry. And I said, what does it mean? Why will I not charge? I want to teach you the secret to my wealth and I shouldn't charge you. Does that make sense to you? If I have not been charging, how will I be this wealthy? Will you even be listening to me? Okay? So OPM is the mistake poor people make. An average poor man wants to raise money for a business he has not started. Rich men only do that. Let me give you a story. Now, when do rich people go to the capital market? Look at Tesla. When did he go to the capital market? He has gotten social capital. When did Uber get to the capital market? Even though they were not making profit, but they have gotten social capital. When did Microsoft go to the capital market? When did they started raising bulk, money or other people's money in a large quantity? It was when they gained social capital. People knew what the business were. People understood the concept of the business. Many of the people who even bought shares in Microsoft were already using Microsoft software, right? So they've gained momentum, they've gained social capital, people knew them. Even way back in Africa, when did Dangote go public? Everybody had understood and know Dangote business. That's when Dangote now went public. And these are some of the mistakes that we make. We fail to realize when you start your business, and a poor man, the first thing, Dr. Stephen, if you can just give me $1 million, you will see that I'm a good businessman. No, that's not how it's done. You want to first use whatever you know to test run the business, grow the business, scale, let the business run, demonstrate the value in the business. After you've demonstrated value, you've gained social capital, now you can go for other people's money. Okay? But truly, nobody is able to scale a business without using other people's money. Billionaires always scale their business with other people's money, but they always make sure they've gotten social capital. Everybody knows the business. Let me give you a typical example. If Dangote business failed to make profit, will anybody blame Dangote for it? Come on, I want to answer. Yes or no? If Dangote Sugar did not make more profit in a year, will anybody blame Dangote for it? Yes or no? Okay? Now, if Dangote Sugar, failed to make profit, will anybody blame Dangote for it? Absolutely no. They won't blame him. I can assure you that. They're not going to call him a scammer. They're not going to say he stole their money. Oh, maybe it was the economy. Maybe something went bad. But what do many of us do? You've not even demonstrated the business is real. You started collecting money. You took loan. You took investment. Now, at some point, the business failed. Then people call you scammer. People say you stole their money. People will go after you and say, you're a thief. You collected their money. You say you had a business idea. At the end of the day, the business collapsed. The business didn't work. And that you must be a fraudster. And that's where many poor people miss it. Because you are not supposed to start raising capital until you have demonstrated that the business works and you know what you're doing. I never started raising capital for a real estate company until we've successfully run business for 3 years in the real estate sector. And we've had more than 5 estates. And I've demonstrated that I know how to acquire land. I know how to acquire it in the right place where the value appreciates. Okay? And even when I tried it, I had 1 or 2 issues. I just said, I paused it. As I speak to you, Our real estate company doesn't run any investment program. It was just maybe about picking up, because I told her I needed it automated before we start running any form of investment program. I want an investment program that is automated so that, it can be well structured and people can get their returns well. But the truth is that I have now built a structure, I built a brand, I built a name. Now, real estate structure, we're a multi-billion real estate asset company in Africa, in Naira. Okay, so, nobody is gonna say, hey, we don't know them. If I tell you now, I need to raise 50 billion to expand our real estate asset in Nigeria, nobody in Nigeria is going to say we don't know them. Nobody in Nigeria is going to say, oh, they are scammers. Nobody in Nigeria is going to say, oh, we don't know. But I waited to make sure we build a household name. We're everywhere. We're on TV, we're on CNN, we do adverts, we're on Channels Television with our Rolls Royce show. Now again, we're resuming season 2 of our Rolls Royce show on channels, on AIT. We have grown and gained social capital. We are known. We are a household name. Now we can go for other people's money. Are you learning? If you're learning type, I'm learning. These are powerful principles of billionaires that